Welcome back, fellow birdwatchers. In our last video we explored Lima, Peru. Today we're continuing our Peruvian adventure. This time you'll get to meet birds of the high Andes and the Amazon. So let's not wait around here, let's go! Welcome to the small city of Huánuco. It's a 1-hour flight northeast from Lima, and it serves as a convenient base to explore the Central Highlands. Let's jump in the car and head to our first location. We're on our way. So why are we here? The greater region of Huánuco has had 700 bird species reported just this year, and that's in an area half the size of Tasmania. Right now, we've driven just over an hour up the mountain range towards the town of Panao. We'll be exploring several spots along the road bordering Bosque Monte Potrero. Okay, there's the car. I've climbed up here to show you this violet-throated star frontlet. We can't see the throat, so you'll just have to trust me on this one. Star frontlets are a type of hummingbird. With nearly 400 species, hummingbirds are categorized into subgroups like hill stars, hermits, mangoes, swordbills, sicklebills, and many others. This particular species inhabits only the Andes, and it's estimated that there's only 2,000 mature individuals left in the wild. Up next, we have the Peruvian slatty brush finch. As the name suggests, these birds, and most of the others in this video, can only be found here in Peru. It's a nice view from up here. Many of today's locations, including this one, are at high altitudes. When visiting locations 2,500 meters above sea level, some travelers may experience altitude sickness due to the decrease in oxygen levels in the air. This usually lasts a day or two, so you should take it easy while your body's adjusting. Okay, let's track down the next bird. We've got a very active brown-flanked tanager. The flanks are the sides of the bird, just under the wings. Ah, too quick. And this bird was very difficult to get footage of. It's the Panao ant pitter. Some say it looks like an egg on two sticks. Ant pitters are not closely related to the pitters we see in Australia and the Pacific. They love to hang out in dense vegetation and are usually heard and rarely seen. Hummingbirds love these grassy shrublands. We saw several flitting back and forth up here. The hummingbirds love drinking from the high up flowers and perching on the branches, just to tease us. This one isn't a hummingbird, it's a line-cheeked spinetail. Spinetails have long tail feathers, which give off an appearance of a series of spines. This is the rare white-tufted sunbeam. That purple sheen you see on the back is only visible in the right light. The guide is really excited about this one. He's somewhat of a hummingbird specialist, and this is a lifer for him, so it must be super rare. Speaking of guides, I highly recommend you get one for birding in this region. It's easy to get lost in these areas, and you don't want to waste your time looking for birds in all the wrong places. This is another bird that likes to hide in dense vegetation. It's the Churis tapaculo. See these long claws? They're used to scratch up earth to find insects. Okay, that was a quick afternoon of birdwatching at Bosque Monte Potrero. Now we've got to head back to base at Huánuco. Need to sleep early tonight to be up for 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for the long drive to the next birdwatching location. Good morning. It was a white-knuckled 2-hour drive on dirt roads and along sheer cliff faces, but we're almost at Bosque Uncho. See those clouds in the distance? We're now at 3,600 meters above sea level, and we're about to enter the high-altitude cloud forest, which is home to many special birds that can only be found here. Let's start walking. This place has a real wilderness feel, like something out of a movie. And here are our first birds. We've got the coppery metal tail. Metal tails are a type of hummingbird with a metallic looking tail. And for once, this is an easy hummingbird to ID because it's the only one with coppery plumage around this area. Next, we have another hummingbird in the same group, the Tyrian metal tail. Tyrian is a type of purple similar to royal purple. Most hummingbird names are derived from the colours that become visible when the light reflects off their feathers. So hummingbird names are often only meaningful under certain lighting conditions. This reserve is part of the Andean mountain range. Also known as the Andes, this range runs along the west side of South America for 9,000 kilometres. If you compare it to the Great Dividing Range in Australia, the Andes is more than double the length, the average elevation is an incredible 5 times higher, and the highest peak here is 3 times the height of Mount Kosciuszko. We've got a bird up on the fence. This is the Paramore pipit. There's close to 50 different species of pipit across the world. Paramore refers to this environment of high mountain scrub. Like the Australian pipit, these ones also like to perch on fence posts. This low cloud cover has made it challenging to capture bird footage. In this area, we also found scarlet-bellied mountain tanager and the Puna snipe. See those clouds below? That's where we're heading. It looks like Harry and the guide have spotted something. Wait for me! Phew, it's still here. There's less than 10,000 bay-vented cotingas left in the wild. The word bay is used to describe the hair coat colour of horses. It's basically a reddish-brown colour. They make these names so difficult. Most cotingas feed exclusively on fruit, but some of the larger ones may eat insects, small frogs and lizards. We've also got a green-headed hill star nearby. This is the female. She's taken flight, and she's gone. We've reached the bottom, and the fog is really dense here. On the way down, we saw a mustache flower piercer and a pearled tree runner. And up ahead is the bird we've come all this way to see. Introducing the endangered golden-backed mountain tanager. We are fortunate to have spotted this bird. Many birdwatchers visit this site multiple times in hopes of seeing it. There have only been 220 sightings reported on eBird for this species in the last 20 years. This species likes to forage on fruits and berries of plants in high altitude and difficult to access habitats. It's always nice to spot a rare bird. The various birds and plants here need the cool, moist conditions of this high elevation forest. Unfortunately, with climate change, the heat is forcing these species to move further up the mountain. But there isn't much further they can go. Unless humanity does something fast, they're unlikely to survive much longer. Sorry to end on a downer. I suppose with birdwatching we have to appreciate what we can see right now. Okay, for now, we've got to trek back up the mountain to return to the starting point. Tomorrow I've got 2 birdwatching locations for you, and we'll be heading to the Amazon jungle. See you soon. This morning we're at Karpish Tunnel, an hour drive from Huánuco. It's a popular birdwatching site. We're only going to be here for a short time, so let's begin. Here's another hummingbird. It's the amethyst-throated sun angel. Amethyst is a purple gemstone. And just to throw you off, this one is the female. She has an orange throat. Let's have a close-up of the male. It looks like he's waving his bill like he's a conductor. There's another bird coming in fast. Here's the bar-bellied woodpecker. This is a male, as the cap is orange. The female's is black. There are so many nice views along this walk. Strangely, a large portion of this habitat has been replaced by hydrangea farms, as you can see below. Still, this site has an excellent variety of birds, including several birds of prey, hummingbirds, woodpeckers, and even toucans. This is a great thrush, enjoying the view. This species is closely related to the common blackbird found in Europe and Australia. Like other species of thrush, they sing a beautiful song. Next is the golden grosbeak. Their large beaks are ideal for cracking open seeds and nuts. The name grosbeak comes from French, and it means large beak. And I'm kicking myself because I just missed a grey-breasted mountain toucan. Though we might have a consolation prize up above. Up above, we've got an unstreaked tit tyrant. And no, I'm not making up these names. Most members of the tit tyrants have bold streaks or patterning, so this one's the exception. Here's a noisy group of Peruvian wrens. The males and the females look the same. The amount of white on the head varies between individuals. Despite having the name wren, the wrens they have here and in the Northern Hemisphere are not closely related to Australia's fairy wrens. Okay, that was a quick look at Karpish Tunnel. It's well worth a visit. Let's jump back into the car and continue the journey. We're now on our way to Tingo Maria National Park, known as the Gateway to the Amazon. It's a long 3-hour drive from Huánuco, or 1.5 hours from Karpish Tunnel. Geography wasn't my strongest suit in school. I always thought that the Amazon was only in Brazil. It turns out that Brazil does hold over 50%, but this rainforest spans across 9 countries in South America, including Peru. For Australian viewers, the area of the Amazon is approximately the combined area of Western Australia, Northern Territory, and Queensland. Enough talk? Let's check it out. Okay, we've reached the entrance. Let's head through. We've gone from the high and dry elevation of Huánuco down to the very hot and humid Amazon. The weather reminds me of home. Whoa. So we're here for one essential Peruvian bird. We can't go home without it. This national park has plenty of other birds to see as well. And I see one on the bridge support. We've got the social flycatcher. They're a common bird here and are often seen perched in high trees and on power lines. They get the name social after their frequent calling and chattering amongst their peers. And down below we have one of my favourite birds from this trip, the blue-grey tanager. This species thrives in a variety of habitats, from forests to urban areas. Okay, we've been trekking over an hour to find this one bird. We were about to give up, but then we started hearing its call. We must be very close now. Behold, the Andean cock of the rock, known in Spanish as Galito de las Rocas. These birds are surprisingly large. It's a little bit smaller than an Australian magpie. The males have bright orange plumage, whereas the females have brown. During the breeding season, a group of males will find an area in the forest to perform flashy courtship displays, similar to a dance. Females will watch and pick out the man with the best moves. Great, I'm glad that the long drive wasn't for nothing. However, we pretty much have to start driving back now. If you decide to come here, I recommend staying a couple of nights. There are plenty of other areas to explore here too. Well, this wraps up our birdwatching in Peru's Central Highlands. I have one more video about Peru featuring Cusco and the Sacred Valley of the Incas. However, I plan to conclude this series later because I want to return my focus to Australia's birds for the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you know anyone interested in birds, please please share this channel with them. Thank you for joining me, happy bird watching, and I'll see you next time.